Hey folks, Shadeslay here with the weekly roundup, bringing you a selection of new iOS games. It's a fairly average selection this week. There's nothing massively wrong with any of the games I'm about to share with you. They're all worthy of your attention, but there's a definite lack of wow factor. Kicking things off is the fast-moving, side-scrolling, run-and-gun adventure Warhammer 40k Carnage by Roadhouse Interactive. Based on the iconic 40k universe, you play a space marine sent to Mithra to battle the Orc menace. The game features 50 stages, and you can customise your loadout from a selection of upgradable weapons and armour. From what I've seen so far, it's challenging, if a little repetitive, and while the story elements seem to lack depth, there's a great soundtrack featuring some pretty epic intro music. Perhaps the biggest potential is for co-op play, a feature I haven't tested yet, but looks like it could be a lot of fun. Like all of the games I'm featuring today, Warhammer 40k Carnage isn't best in class, but it's a solid title. You can pick up the limited time only Founders First Blood Edition for £4.99 or $6.99 in the US, with free content expansions promised in future updates. Second in the lineup is CastleStorm Free to Siege from Zen Studios, and now available for iOS and Android. I'm not quite sure how to describe this one. For the most part, you'll be defending your castle from a steady stream of incoming enemies. At your disposal, you'll have various purchasable units, a controllable hero, and a ballista equipped with a variety of projectiles. The levels bring plenty of variation, and in between defending your castle, you can embark on side quests that include target practice against a flock of turkeys. A lot of the emphasis is on perfecting the accuracy of your ranged attacks, and you'll be awarded bonuses for headshots and multi-kills. It can get tricky on a smaller screen, but it's still a lot of fun, and firing explosive sheep at a band of invading Vikings is endlessly satisfying. CastleStorm is free to play, but supported by advertising. Upgrades can be purchased with gold coins that are collected from successfully completing levels, although there are the inevitable in-app purchases if you want to speed things up. Removing the ads will cost you £1.49 or $2.99, and comes with the added benefit of showing the developer some love. Moving on, there's more side-scrolling action in new platform sprinter Darklands from Bulky Pix. As is typical for this type of game, your character auto-runs through the level, leaving you free to duck, dodge and attack the range of hazards that get in your way. There's nothing especially original here, and I don't think it reaches the same heights as the recent Wind Up Night 2, but the silhouetted visuals are a nice touch, and it's good value, with 40 levels and an endless runner mode. Available now for iOS, Android and Windows Phone, you can pick up Darklands from the App Store for £1.99 or $2.99 in the US. Next up, Lumina is a challenging arcade rhythm game from Elevate Entertainment. Featuring Twitch gameplay and an original electronic soundtrack, the object is to fling coloured discs at the corresponding coloured lights. It's a simple concept once you've worked it out, but in reality brutally difficult. In case you're in any doubt, Super Hexagon feels like child's play, and Unpossible feels remarkably possible in comparison. You'll need faster than light synapses and incredible concentration to succeed. Because of this, it's probably got quite niche appeal. Unless you've already mastered the toughest arcade games that mobile has to offer, you don't stand much of a chance. Any satisfaction you get from hitting the target 30 seconds on a typical level is fleeting when you realise it was more the result of dumb luck than mastery. Still, it's incredibly well presented, with the no-nonsense focus that you'd expect from a quality arcade title. You can get it from the App Store now for £1.49 or $1.99 in the US. Just don't blame me when you lose patience and propel your phone or tablet through the nearest window. My final new release this week is yet another side-scroller. Last Inua, an Arctic adventure, is an award-winning platform adventure game featuring an Inuit father and his son on their epic quest for survival against the elements. Their world, the mythical North, is under attack by an ancient demon. The child Hiko is gifted with supernatural powers, and the only thing standing in the demon's way. Each of the two characters has different abilities, and gameplay sees you switching back and forth between them to overcome the different puzzles and obstacles. Their journey throws up plenty of danger, ranging from spike pits to savage Arctic beasts. Failure to find fire quickly enough can result in the pair freezing to death. The environments look great, but the pace is painfully slow, and the story, whilst touching, isn't strong enough to carry you forward. More than once, I've considered letting Hiko and his father succumb to the cold, no doubt to be discovered by explorers in a few hundred years' time, or otherwise treated as some kind of ready meal for a Yeti. It's out now for iOS at £2.49 or $3.99 in the US. I can't wholeheartedly recommend it, but I'll try and add some gameplay footage to the channel later and let you make up your own mind. Moving on to updates, our favourite sort of action RPG, Barbarian, has received an update that includes 3 new units, inspired by characters from the developer's favourite indie games. Originally released as exclusive content when the game launched on Steam, you can now unlock Octodad, Shellraiser and Meatstack and add them to your party. In related news, the game has gone free to play, supported by in-app advertising. Those who have already purchased it will continue ad-free and receive a one-off payment of in-game currency. At the same time, Tree Fortress have publicly stated that they don't want to develop any future mobile projects, citing the pressures of trying to compete in a market increasingly dominated by free-to-play titles. It's disappointing, but understandable, and all I can do is hope that they'll reconsider and wish them every success with whatever they do next. Finally, following last month's announcement of the Curse of Naxxramas expansion for Hearthstone, Blizzard have now released more details. The update will introduce 30 new cards to the game, a number of which will focus on enhancing the death rattle mechanic, effects which are triggered when one of your minions is destroyed. Aside from shaking up our favourite decks, Hearthstone will also get some extensive single-player content, which will form the basis for earning the new cards. Unlike the present system, where you can buy a new random deck for 100 in-game gold, or for real cash through in-app purchase, new cards will be awarded for defeating tough adventure mode bosses. Progress will closely follow the route players take through the Naxxramas raid dungeon in World of Warcraft, and will be split into 5 stages of 3 boss matches each. Defeating each boss will earn a specific card, with a new legendary for the completion of the stage. The remainder of the new cards will be earned for completing class-based challenges. A pricing model hasn't been confirmed yet, but it's expected that the first stage will be free, with the remaining 4 unlocked with either in-game currency or real cash. Due for simultaneous release across all platforms in the summer, this is a great opportunity for mobile gamers, as we'll receive the update at the same time as our PC and Mac brothers, somewhat levelling the currently uneven playing field. It's exciting news, and I'll keep you updated as and when I know more. And that's all for this week, folks. As I said at the start, a fairly average selection, but there's certainly a few in there that will provide some lasting entertainment. As always, you can stay up to date with the latest mobile gaming news and reviews at www.gamemob.com, and you can hit the subscribe button now to make sure you never miss the weekly update. I'll be back with a new lineup next week. Until then, I've been Shadeslay. Bye for now.